Good evening. Welcome to my channel. Today is the 30th of December 2021, and we are well underway to the countdown of 2021. We will say goodbye to 2021. I'm trying to set up the camera so you can see what I am doing. Hang in there. Everyone okay? So, this is probably the last time you are going to see this Christmas mouse because it's almost done. And my plan is to start our big winter canvas on the first of the new year. So a big new canvas for the new year. It has been our plan for a month now or so, but we were busy getting everything done, and we did get everything done. So we did very well. We did lots of projects. So no need for complaining, no need to feel that we have fallen behind schedule, because actually we have not. Along the way, we did a lot of holiday projects, and we tried to enjoy the holiday season as much as possible. I hope you are had a chance to be with your loved ones. Not always possible. I think the biggest mistake we could make is try to make this perfect Hallmark Christmas scenario, and I would say 99.9% of the time that just isn't going to happen. So I have learned the hard way to not to do that. Actually, it's nice to have a holiday in the middle of the winter, sort of breaks the humdrum. I do think we carry it overboard, although I have slimmed down the holiday to a manageable proportion, because I just got fed up with all the financial aspect of it. That's all it is shopping, shopping, shopping. And you try to do this, as I said, this perfect happening, and it's always a disappointment. Usually by the time we got to the holidays, I would be so exhausted and nervous that I wonder why we have holidays to begin with, and then learn to not do what I would say the media tells you to do. Sort of rather miss the old-fashioned holidays, you know. I live in Hungary, that's Eastern Europe, and we have some beautiful traditions that sort of gotten lost along the way. And now they are coming back into focus. So I presume I am not the only one that is fed up with the commercializing of such a beautiful holiday in the middle of the winter. Whether you call it winter festival or Christmas or whatever you wish to call it, it's still a beautiful time. Used to call it the Festival of Lights. You know, the fable that comes from that. In the old days, old days, Um, when the days became darker and the nights became longer, the people thought that the sun went away. So what they did, of course, did not have Christmas lights, outdoor Christmas lights. What they did is they would light fires and put candles or, the oil burners, whatever they had in the window so the sun would find its way back home. I thought that was a rather beautiful explanation of the why we have lights, why it is called a Festival of Lights. It does sort of make sense, doesn't it? I mean, if you look at it from the ancient people's beliefs, and New Year's Eve, we make a lot of noise to scare away the bad, evil spirits. And we do have another festival before spring that's called the burying of the winter. So many of the old traditions are starting to come to light. I wonder if being so much restricted in our moves did get people thinking that it wasn't so bad to have traditions. I really didn't look into other countries' traditions. I'm sure they must have some absolutely fantastic ones. And I suppose I would very much be interested in collecting the different types because I'm interested in that sort of thing. And I'm a nosy person. If I don't know something, I have to find out and get to know it. That's just the way I am. Sometimes my multiplacer forgets that it's a multiplacer and decides to become a single placer. I see I missed some squares on the other side, so I'm going to have to do the usual once over when I am done with this. I think the fact that I have a glare in that corner, I was under the impression that I filled in all the squares, but I didn't. I just noticed it when I had the light shut off on it. So we're going to get over there and we're going to fill in the missing drills. And then this canvas will be sealed. And the next step, we are going to kit up our new project. It's a big one, like I told you. And I'm all excited to see how we're going to work out that big one. Tell me if I walk out of the camera as usual. Yes, why not? Isn't it always when you're in a hurry and you're at the end? And that's a time to dump drills, so you have to waste your time cleaning up the mess you made. And I have no nails, so I really don't see what I'm trying to pick up the drills with. How about tweezers? Yeah, that sort of sounds logical. If I would stop shaking the light out of these things and do it gently, then I wouldn't have had this mishap. But I'm used to it by now. Here's Those one totally went haywire over here, so I'll just straighten them out while I'm cleaning this. Yep, we have another one over here that's just sort of hanging around doing nothing. Okay, let's get the tweezers and get the ones that I couldn't get. Get them lifted out of here. I usually try and see where I can place it, because once I lift it up from the canvas, it tends to be sticky, and I have a glare from the light from the tripod also, which I don't appreciate at the moment. But we're down here in the corner, an awkward place, but that must be done also, so it's okay. I think these are all this dark color. It's not black. I don't know what color it is, but it's not black because it's not a 310, is it? No, it isn't. It's an 823. Okay, let me check. I have to look at it sideways to avoid the glare. Okay, I think we got the ones that were missed over here. So I think we can even put this away before I decide to dump it again. Right. Get any of the, yeah, did a good job of dumping it. We have plenty of drills. I don't see shortage of anything. We have no rubbish. So I would say it's a positive experience. However, is what's starting to get on my nerves, you know, when I have to look at it for such a long time. And it's not such a big canvas that we really should have had it done by now. And then I'm confusing you all over the place because I just told you the reason it's not finished was because we're doing so many projects. But I think that happens to everyone around this time of the year. And it's also a time to take stock of our stash, see what we have, see what we would like to have. They're going to have great sales in the diamond painting. Now, just because a diamond painting is on sale, it does not mean that there's anything wrong with it. It means that they want to clean out their inventory. So, well, I think the next thing would be what? Valentine's Day. And then, of course, we're going to get into the Easter to do. That should be fun. Last year, I don't think, no, I didn't find any Easter ones. I didn't find any bunnies. I think I did manage to get a gnome for Valentine's, but I did not find any bunnies for Easter. And I definitely would like, because I don't have a bunny yet. So it would be something new. My plan for the wall clock is still on. I have two picked out. I have to make up my mind which one I want. I'm saving that project for somewhere in between some holidays. I definitely would like to show you something different. There are many other different diamond painting projects besides just this canvas diamond painting, flat pictures. We have done crystal ones, beautiful sparkle. Let's see, we have done keychains. We have done Christmas tree decorations. We have done notebook. We have done pencil case. I'm trying to think of all the ones we have done already. But I have not done a clock yet, and I don't have a bunny rabbit one. It would be very nice if we could get the crystal ones for Easter. And I could think of a nice sparkly crystal one for Valentine's. Let's say, with ruby colored crystals and either pearls or clear crystals around the edge of it, like a lace cover. I think we might even be able to do that with leftover crystals that we have, the same way that we made snowflakes from leftover drills. So I could probably print out a pattern and then work it up from the leftover stash that we have. And we have quite a bit of it. It does accumulate after a while, but I still don't feel like I have enough of everything. So I still save the leftover drills, because you never know when you run into a problem and it takes months to have a replacement. Although the store here in Hungary has improved greatly, and I mean huge improvement, looks very promising. The quality of their products seems to be very good, which I am happy about. I was rather worried at first. They were having a few issues, and they did not really want constructive criticism. So I thought to myself, okay, well, fine, and just wait and see what can they do. And it looks like they did an excellent job of getting their act together. I do think with having to spend more time at home, it probably gave a boost to the craft stores, because for those of us that have crafts, we can occupy ourselves and do something beautiful, something that gives us joy, even if we are restricted a little bit in our abilities to move around. That's my opinion. I have learned a great deal, and I do think YouTube is fabulous as far as learning your craft, improving your knowledge, getting great ideas how to make it easier, how to make it look better. My problem was I kept on comparing what I was doing to what I was seeing, and don't do that. Your craft is what you make. It's beautiful the way it is. This was what's stopping me from amigurumi, because I was so disappointed in myself. I said, well, it doesn't look like that. Well, first of all, you're using different yarn, as I said. I am in Eastern Europe. We don't have the same yarn. as you would get from, I don't know, Walmart or some other place like that. We have to make do with something similar. So naturally, the end result will be something similar. I mean, it's only logical. And seems to me I have gotten much better at it. Since I'm less uptight in what I am doing, it's also more enjoyable. And I was crocheting snowflakes. Last year, I couldn't even make one that looked halfway like what it was supposed to. But I found a super easy pattern, and I just kept on making one after the other. It was so much fun. It wasn't all the struggle like it was last year to get at least one snowflake done. And I do have silver and gold, a thread left over. So I am thinking about getting those see-through, those acrylic eggs, and then crochet pattern around them in silver and gold for the spring tree. Yes, in this country we have like an Easter egg tree. Well, we call it a spring tree. To decorate, I think it will look absolutely scrumptious on it. So I do have plans for the next year. What are some of your plans? I don't make New Year's resolutions. I don't want to lose weight. Sure, it'd be nice, but I'm not going to have a to-do about it. Just eat healthy, move as much as possible. Am restricted to a certain extent when, the usual aches and pains, as we all have. So I didn't make any New Year's resolution, nothing at all. So like I told you, I do have certain things in mind that I want to accomplish, and I am positive that we will do it together. What are your New Year's plans? Do you have a New Year's resolution? Do you make New Year's resolution? Is it worth the time? I mean, we try. For many years it was like, the usual one. Okay, I'll quit smoking. Well, when we moved, I had no other choice but to quit because we're not allowed to smoke in this flat, in this building. And I'll be damned if I'm going to stand outside in the freezing weather, snow and rain, just to have a cigarette. So, nope, quit. Yes, of course, there are times that I would like to light up, but I know not everybody can do it like that. I can respect it. I smoked for a long time, but I can't honestly say that I miss it that much. I mean, something for something. I definitely wanted to move here, so the idea of giving up cigarettes compared to moving to a more comfortable situation, the exchange, I think, was worth it. And of course, the usual blah, 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 better for our health. Everything is better for our health. Anything that we enjoy is bad for our health. I'm like, okay, whatever. So give me a better reason than just because it's better for my health. So living here was a good enough reason. You see what I mean? I think the exchange for healthier lungs, better living conditions, let's say more comfortable living conditions, or how shall I say it, more convenient as far as being able to reach everything. We're not far out in the country, but rather than in the city. So this is what I mean about it being more convenient. Excuse me. Okay, we're still on the symbol 2. Right here we have a whole bunch, and we are doing multiplacing. I think the majority of detail was right there in the middle of our canvas, and we're done with that. So this is what I'm saying, that this is the last time you're going to see our Christmas mouse. I named it a mouse because nobody would tell me what it is. So I named it myself. So it's a mouse, it's going to be. Whatever it is, it's adorable. The little winter coat on, looking in amazement at the snow-covered pine tree. Such a cute little picture. And as I said, no problem whatsoever with it, which is a nice change. I wonder how that big project is going to do. Well, first of all, I'm going to have to make an inventory sheet because there isn't one. Then we have to print it out, take a picture, make labels. So there's quite a bit of work to set it up. And then we're going to enjoy getting lost in the winter forest with the beautiful deers in it. I think it's a perfect project. It would also be a perfect one for summer when it's hot, to do a snowy picture. Actually, in the winter, maybe we should do a summer picture. But this has been in the planning, so this is what we're going to do. And it kept on being put on the back burner because other things came along, and then I had to do a couple for review. So that project just kept on putting it away. And now it has come time for us to get to it. And I think it will be a nice change from all the holiday projects we were doing. Because holiday is finished for another year. We can relax and worry about how we're going to do it next year. Some people are happy with what they got for Christmas. Other people are like, whatever. This is what I mean. We should stop making it so commercialized. Okay, I think this is all from the symbol 2. And then there's some G. I'll just put the G away with the symbol G because there was some on the other side. Probably still is. So this comes from the bottom. Let me move you up a bit. So I managed not to get out of the, not to walk out of the camera this time, huh? So this is the bottom. It does tend to be a dark canvas, so I have concluded that it is late afternoon probably, because like I told you, in the forest it gets dark faster than, let's say, out in the open, or even you don't notice it so much in the city because when the lights come on, they come on automatically. I guess they are solar perhaps, or they are timed, um, or I don't know. No, because if it's dark, like a very dark, before a storm, then the lights come on. So they probably are light sensitive. I don't know how to say it. So the the lamps outside notice when it is dark and needs to come on. However it is put properly, I don't know. I can't think of it at the moment. But you know what I mean. It does it automatically. We don't have a lamplighter that comes around anymore. Rather romantic time, when the lamplighter would come around and tell you it's time to call it a day. Well, the church bell rings at night. In the old times, they used to tell people time to come in from the fields and go home for the night, so you get home before it gets dark. Well, in the old days, there wasn't any, lighting on the street. A lot of times the farmers did not carry the lamps with them, so they tried to make it home before dark. And then, there was the usual night chores to do with the animals and etc. at home too. So everything had to be organized according to how much daylight there was. Well, in the barn they had the lamps, I always wondered about that. Wasn't that too dangerous to have the kerosene lamps or candles in the barn? Didn't it cause a lot of fires? It just crossed my mind at the moment. The weirdest things cross my mind once in a while. Turn over. Some of the drills decide to drop on a canvas and faint. There we go. Okay. I think we pretty well got them over here. I have to take my magnifying glass and double check the side where I did see I sort of skipped, and I have no idea why. But I will just go give it a once over, double check. Of course, we do that when we're all finished anyway, but I can see it from here that there are drills missing on the side. So, no, you don't belong there. Okay. So, thank you very much for spending time with me this evening. The 30th of December. Tomorrow already we're doing the countdown toward 2022. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. And if you have done so already, I thank you very much. Goodbye for now.